So for our Tech Talk series over the last few months, we've been kind of walking through a lot of the features and functions of our AI ML engine, kind of how those work and detecting, more advanced characteristics of problems on a network, whether it's performance or security. Today, I wanted to take a slightly more forward-looking approach at where we're going and just kind of let everybody know how we're adapting and thinking about the landscape as everything changes so quickly with new AI technologies that are out there. I think at this point, everyone has probably at least tried like a ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude type solution in their workflow, getting an idea of how well it can perform, when it's right, when it's wrong, when you need to be skeptical of it. And I think if you've been following along for quite some time, those probably came out as consumer products in mid 2023 and they were okay. And as you've noticed over the years, they've improved fairly considerably, and the roadmap for all of them shows in the next 2 or 3 years that they'll be production ready in every sense of the word. So that's what we're going to cover today, is kind of the state of where our platform lives now, and really our thinking around the future and how we're getting ready to live in this agentic AI world, where your live network data and the analytic results from your network data observability stack are going to be more important than ever, because they're going to actually feed into a feedback loop with things that can make mutable changes on the network. So just quickly to begin, I just want to talk about the AI engine component of the Plixer platform. So the Plixer platform is Scrutinizer that everyone's used to, the actual NetFlow and IPFix collection analytics stack. It's where all the deterministic algorithms live, very fixed set things like, is this a scan? Is this a brute force attack? Things that you can just tell generically in any case. Our AI engine is a separate compute portion for very heavy analytics, and it brings quite a few interesting features that are relevant to what we're talking about today. So right off the top, it enables Kafka streaming right away and becomes a Kafka broker in your environment with a standardized set of all of the NetFlow that's an IPFix that's coming into your platform. So if you have multiple different vendors and devices that are sending all sorts of different record types and information elements in, the Plixer platform can standardize those in a way that you can consume them and process them in a uniform way. And it makes them available in a Kafka broker, which means any Kafka consumer that you throw in an application can get a live feed of the data that's on your network, just the same as our AI tools do that live on the AI engine. So I'm not going to go too in depth on them today because they're a little bit outside of the scope and they're things we've covered in previous tech talks, but it is where all the non-deterministic analytics live. So all the things that need to learn about your environment. All the inference is real time, again, because we have a Kafka broker that offers real-time observations from the network. And then ultimately it hosts the forecasting engine, our malware traffic classification, our encrypted traffic analysis. There's an intelligent DNS proxy, our behavioral anomaly detection, which was the focus of our previous tech talk. Those can be found on YouTube if you're interested. And our graph-based anomaly detection, which was I guess 2 tech talks ago, again, available on YouTube if you're interested in going into kind of the low level of how those things work. But ultimately, all those things are enabled by the fact that there's a Kafka stream that has now taken all of these bespoke data sources and standardized their output and made them available for consumption in one place. So a little bit outside of the scope of this, but if you are ever interested in, now that kind of vibe coding is a thing and you can go out and ask Gemini or whoever for maybe a quick Python script to do something with your network data, do keep in mind that if you're running our AI engine on the Plixer One enterprise platform, you already have a real-time feed of data on your network that you can subscribe to with kind of whatever you get out of your Gemini coding experience, and you can immediately start experimenting and applying new things that you think of to your network data right away. So it's kind of a subtle feature of this component, but a very important one as we talk about, what can be done with network data. And, as data science and network engineering start to bleed into each other, how can I actually get access to my real-time observations so I can explore and try various analytics with them that are maybe outside of what's in the offering that we ship.